princess time! I interrupted her nap for this.
Princess. Hi, baby.
Everyone say hi, princess. She sleeps right on my pillow. No matter where I put her on the bed, she demands to be seated directly where my head goes. To a point where I keep my pillow facing, like, one side up during the day so that I can turn it to the other side when I sleep on it at night. Because it's her nap spot, and it is allowed to be used for only that. But sometimes I manage to sneak in some sleep. What's up, assholes, and welcome back to me trying to figure out how to do lighting.
Hi, baby.
She's a little cold. It's cold in here because I'm a fucking goblin and I keep my room cold. This video has a point, believe it or not. I don't know how to act because this is a different format. I'm standing up, believe it or not. I am standing in my room. Look at that corner.
Wow.
And look at that wall mount for my phone.
Wow.
I put it there so that I could lay in bed and watch TV. And I can't. It's decoration. Look at it. There it is. Right? The beginning of that whole tangent was the sentence, "This video has a point." And it does. And it's not my interior design. Anyway, today's video does have a point, and that is my high school. Specifically, horror stories from my high school. And generally just the weird and or stupid shit that went on there. And just to preface this, I graduated in June of 2021. Last year. What month is it? 8 months ago, I graduated from that high school. So, I'm saying that for a couple reasons. First of all, like, I have agency to talk about what the fuck is going on there, but I'm out. I survived because some of the shit is very concerning. So, get ready for that. I think I wrote the script to be a little, like, bad, and so I think I'm gonna switch around the order that I'm gonna tell the stories in, because I kind of want to start with the more serious ones, just to get them out of the way. There is something that's going on currently with my school that is not something I can joke about, but I feel responsible to put it in this video because this is a video about my high school and weird shit that goes on there, and I think this definitely qualifies as that. I'm not gonna say the name of any of the people involved or the name of my high school, but right now there's an ongoing investigation going on with many teachers from my school, specifically sexual assault allegations that were made against them. Recently, a former student who went to my school came forward and wrote a letter to the superintendent detailing her history of sexual abuse with one of the former teachers at my school. And this prompted many other students to come forward and share their stories. And I always thought the teachers at my school were crazy. But always in like a, he's crazy. Wow. Not in like an actual predator kind of way. So that's going on. And it was a lot of teachers. And I don't know if any of them have been fired. I think a couple of them. I know that a lot of the teachers got their schedules shifted and now they like work from home. But I'm not entirely sure. Especially because a lot of the allegations were coming from former students about former teachers that don't teach there anymore, so there isn't much that the school can do, but there are investigations going on. I had to find out about this. The serious part is mostly over. I had to find out about all this stuff going on I had to find out about all this stuff going on through my sister, who also went to my school before me, asking me if I had any more details about it when I didn't know any of it was going on. I am as separated from my school as I can be. I spent like 90% of senior year doing home instruction. Also, I just hated everyone that I went to school with, except for the people that I'm still in contact with. Now that we got the serious stuff out of the way, we can move on to the more silly stuff. One of the stories is sort of serious, but nowhere near as serious as that was. Let me set the scene for you. I grew up in a tiny school district in a tiny village on a tiny island, which I still reside in, on. My high school was one of, honestly, too many. There are too many schools here. There are, it makes no sense for the size of the villages and the size of the island itself. It makes no sense that there are as many schools as there are. So, naturally, this village, which shall remain nameless because, the internet, was in the middle of scenic buttfuck nowhere. Honestly, as chronically internet as I am, it is truly a blessing that I had as much unrestricted internet access as I did. Because had I not had the internet, I probably would have, first of all, I would have known nothing about my identity at all. Not even a little bit. Just more confusion. Also, I would have no idea what the fuck was going on in the world at all. Especially, specifically, racism. Because the town that I live in, fun fact, there is a racism factory here. Because this town is actually where they make racism. It's, crazy. I live across the street from crazy racist people. I live down the street from crazy racist people. I live down the street from crazy racist people. They're everywhere. Everywhere. Basically, without the internet, I probably would have grown up to be another one of the many generic White Claw slurping, gay-hating dude bros that my island is known for. But instead, I'm a gay meme goblin. And I prefer that. I especially wouldn't know anything about the ongoing racism in the country because they sure as shit were not going to teach us about it in school. Sure, I could tell you the Pythagorean theorem forwards, backwards, and sideways, but critical race theory was a foreign term to me until too recently. But as I often do, I'm getting off topic. This story is about the weird, sometimes concerning, stories from my high school. A public school. Obvious. We have the best stories. Now, I'm sure if you ask anyone who doesn't look back on their time in high school fondly, they'd say, oh, our teachers were crazy. But when I tell you that our teachers were actually deranged, I'm not exaggerating, and I am not joking. Now, there were some exceptions, but not as many as there should be. I can think of two. This introduction of insane teachers brings us to our first... This brings us to our first story. This takes place way before I went to school at my high school, when my sister went to school there. I know how to talk. One fateful morning or evening, in a time is relative and fake, in an art studio class, the teacher got so upset at a student, let me be more specific, a 7th grader. Let me be more specific.
A 12-year-old child.
That the teacher decided to... How do I put this? Teacher got so pissed that she picked up a handheld drill, a power drill, and fucking threw it at this child, aiming for the head. Now, thankfully that the ketamine she was on, that my island is known for, threw her aim off crazily because she missed. But had she hit that child, there would have been a murder in that classroom. The teacher was fired, never heard from again. Scary shit.